This is Heat 1 of the 1650 boys. 3 swimmers in this race. Adam Zerbel from Hawaii, Alex from Grand Canyon, I'll get that last name in a second, and Evan Pickles from the University of Hawaii also in this race. Well, welcome to the handful of folks that have joined the stream for this edition of the 1650s. Schedule was a little bizarre today. Got started earlier than I anticipated, so never caught the winner of the first heat of girls, of women rather. And in this second heat, we have a three-man heat. We're about 13 and a half minutes into the race, which means that we won't have much longer. About 12 laps to go. And I'll get you a leader here in just a second. Believe it's going to be Alex Edquid. No, I'm sorry, it's Evan Pickles who is leading the race through 1500. He's 14 minutes and 10 seconds and some change. Up next will be Heat 2 of the women, which will feature two of our gauchos. So spread the word. Ellie Schomburg and Amelie Ogilvy will be up next. And there's the bell for Evan Pickles. Now going to the feet for sure. And I don't have a heat sheet for Evan, so I can't tell you if this is going to be a drop. I assume it will be. Normally they are at conference championships. And Evan Pickles sails into the wall. 15:32.31. Easy winner today, or at least easy winner for that heat. We'll see how that time holds up with two more heats to go. One will be, of course, later this afternoon, and then there'll be a single heat for both women and men during the finals tonight after 6 o'clock. And pulling into second, Adam Zeibel from the University of Hawaii, 16:03.54. And Alex Edquid will bring up the rear here, finishing up for Grand Canyon. Sorry, it's Zeibel. And here's Alex coming into the wall, and he is all finished. Nope, got another 50 to go. Boy, he was lapped a couple times. This looks like it's it. Timers are ready to hit that pickle, and he's done. 16:56.84, so going sub 17 minutes. Now we are ready for Heat 2 of the women. This will feature two of our gaucho swimmers. Final race of her career for Ellie Schomburg, senior gaucho. And Amelie Ogilvy is in lane 5. She's only a sophomore. She's got a few more of these. And as they proceed to go 68 laps, kind of cool. See Coach Matt lap counting for Amelie, and Mark Story making an appearance, the former coach from Santa Barbara. Of course, runs the Masters program back in Santa Barbara. Out here in Houston this weekend, he is actually lap counting for Ellie Schomburg. Knows her well because Mark was the distance coach, or at least helped coach distance in Isla Vista, and Ellie Schomburg swam many, many laps in practice under Mark's tutelage. Just a reminder, if you don't know Schomburg's past, she swam this same event last year. She went 17 minutes, 20 seconds, 82 100ths. That is actually about 4 seconds, just over 4 seconds faster than her best time this season. So on paper, she is due for a decent drop if it's there. Amelie Ogilvy comes in seated with a 17:16:65. So we'll see how she does. All right, we're 500 into this event. Mayu Yeager from Cal State Bakersfield sitting in first. Gabby Kelly from UFC Hawaii in second, 5:05.17. Trying to catch some other numbers here for you. Missed them, so I'll get them next time. Amelie, by the way, was fifth, just better than 5:11. But as it stands, it looks like your leader, Yeager, slight lead over Gabby Kelly. Turning third will be Emily. Can't read the board, sorry. Fourth is Bella Puckett. Waiting on Schomburg. She's in eighth at 5:46.47. 22 laps in. The field really starting to spread out here. And it's lane 6. Gabby Kelly, who's now, for the moment, taking the lead over Mayu Yeager from Cal State Bakersfield. Amelie still resting in 5th. Ellie Schomburg still 8th. Oh, thank you.
And great filming. Thank you. Thanks everyone watching.
Oh, good.
He's like, you're doing a really good job commentating. And it's all towards Santa Barbara.
I know. A little biased. Thank you. Almost halfway home. Gabby Kelly pulling out to about a 2-second lead, 1.5 seconds at this point. Amelie still sitting in 5th. Ellie Schomburg just turning now in 8th. She trails 7th place swimmer from San Diego by about 3 seconds. So she's got to pick it up here to try to kind of catch the back end of the field. Coming up on 1,000 yards now, 40 laps deep into this race. Gabby Kelly now turning it a 10:15 or 10:14.99, just over Mayu Yeager from Cal State Bakersfield. Amelie Ogilvy now solidifying 4th place as she's headed toward the wall. And she flips in a 10:31.53, 4th. And here's Ellie Schomburg flipping in a 10:39.10.40. Sorry, missed it. 10:39.14. Give you a little idea of the split times. As Amelie hits another 50. She split that last 50 at 31.99. Here's Ellie. Her split, 32.84, and the leader split, she turns 31.22. So the leader about 7/10 faster than Ogilvy and a considerable bit faster than Schomburg is about probably 100 yards away from getting lapped. Oh, you're welcome. Amelie in a really tight race, 4th right now with a Seattle swimmer in lane 7. Amelie passed her, but Lila, let me get that name. Lila McGeechee is in lane 7. And she and Amelie really having a fun time out here going mano a mano deep into this race. We are 1,250 yards into this race, 50 laps in. And Gabby Kelly still leading comfortably. Scratch that. Let me see where we're at. They're spread all over the place. Yeah, Gabby Kelly is still your leader, 13:21.76 with about 16 laps to go. Amelie now turning. In 4th, 13:42.55. Nellie Schomburg still getting after it. She flips. 13:56.49. Gabby Kelly on a consistently great clip right now. Low 31, every single 50. Tough to compete with that here in Heat 2. But again, there will be another heat tonight, Heat 3. So we'll have to see how Kelly's time compares to the rest of the field. Remember, this isn't a prelim and a final. You get one swim and your best time from it. Kelly approaching the 1500 mark. And at the 1500 mark, she is going to be turning in a 15:25.98. Give you an approximation of how much time she has over the second place swimmer who just turned now. So probably a good 10 to 12 seconds, be my estimation. Amelie about to make her turn at the 1500, and Ellie still, I believe, working on her 1450 mark. Gabby Kelly split that time, 30.53, increased by 0.6 of a second. She can smell the wall. Not going to be long before she gets the bell. And she gets the bell. The end is near. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. It's 66 laps, not 68. I gave him an extra 2. I don't think he would have been happy with me. Here comes Gabby Kelly in lane 6, 2 from the top. Amelie is not going to get lapped, so that's good. And in comes Gabby Kelly with a great time, 16:55.79. Second place, we'll go to Mayu Yeager in lane 4. She's going to pull in about 17:09, and she does, 17:09.43. Third place, going to Emily Loftus, 17:16.01. Here comes Amelie, who will hang on to fourth. 17:23.15. Great job, Amelie Ogilvy. And now we await the arrival of Ellie Schomburg. Ellie Schomburg. Great job. She's in. Her last swim, individual swim, is a UCSB Gaucho. What a great career. Up next, the boys. Second heat of the boys, 16:50. 66 laps. From Andrew Lilly from UC Santa Barbara, lane 4. Your lineup, Skylar Cow from UCSD. Adrian Zolnierzik from Grand Canyon, Joe Stevenson from Grand Canyon in lane 3, Andrew Lilly lane 4. It's Woody Kipsky from Hawaii in lane 5, Colin Campbell from Grand Canyon in lane 6, Colson Lloyd from Cal State Bakersfield in lane 7, and Theo, I believe that's Johansson from Seattle University in lane 8. As they get started here, Andrew Lilly pre-race seed time was 15:53 even. So we'll see what he can do tonight. He's had a really good sophomore year. Sophomore campaign has looked very strong in the water. He's really laid the foundation to be have a long, nice Gaucho career. And just to remind you, coming up in the final session, Jack Hendrick will be tonight. And for comparison's sake, Andrew Lilly, the top seed in this heat at 15:53. The top seed in the evening session would be Riley Clinton, who comes in with a 15:32.15. All right, 500 yards into the 16:50 of Heat 2 of the boys. Would be Kipski, 4:41.40 rather. And Andrew Lilly sitting in fourth now at 4:44.65. Right now they're all chasing Evan Pickles, who in Heat 1 a little ways ago went 15:32.31 for the top time of the day. Would-be Kupski. Still rolling. 26 laps in. Joe Stevenson from Grand Canyon second. Colin Campbell third. Andrew Lilly fourth. Andrew splitting about a 29.7 on that last 50. We'll keep an eye on those splits. Kipski just turning with a 28.61 on that split. So Lilly approximately just over a second off every 50. We're just about to the halfway point of this race. The leader would be Kupski, absolutely drilling it at this point. Splitting at a 28.89. Holding about a 5-second edge, and here's Lilly turning fourth. Stand by for your 1,000-yard update. Would be Kupski approaching that mark. And he flips in 9:29.25. And Andrew Lilly kind of out on his own in fourth. 9:43.18, so about 14 seconds off the pace. And the leader really grinding out the yards right now and doing so with a very solid pace. That last 50, 28.93, so he's holding those high 28s and has been for quite some time. Let's see where Andrew, last time I checked, he was at just above 30. And he'll flip there at 29.89, so pretty consistent. Again, the top time so far, Evan Pickles with a 15:32.31. So we'll see if Kupski can flirt with that or break it. About another 5 minutes of effort for these athletes or so, maybe 5.5. And a reminder, when this heat is over, general warm-up begins, and then later on, around 6 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time, they'll have the senior dedication, and we'll come back on for the night session, which my crack statistician, Mike Carpenter, has already run the numbers and tells me that we could have a dead heat tonight in the men's team competition for second place or third place, depending on, rather for third place, I think, depending on how things play out. And the women, Hawaii's going to run away with it because of diving, but second place very much in play for three schools: UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara, and UC San Diego, all separated on paper by literally just 10 points. So it's anybody's ball game tonight for that second position. All right. We're past the 1,500-yard mark, in fact, 1,550, and Woodby Kupski comfortably in front, 12:25. Andrew Lilly making his turn just about now. 6th and 4th at 12:42.66. No one's going to catch him for 5th place, and I don't think he might. No, I don't think he's going to catch third, so I think he's kind of in a spot where if he just holds his position, he's going to wind up 4th in this heat, which would be a terrific result for Andrew Lilly. The leader making the turn, 56 laps down, 10 to go. That's 250. This is going to be over fairly quick. And let's see what his split here is coming to the wall. It looks like he's just not ever slowed down. Terrific racing. $29.15, maybe a fraction, but it sure doesn't look like it from the naked eye. Still kicking hard. Good stroke count. As he approaches the 1,500 mark, he's in there at 14:21.01. His lead now just 3.5 seconds, though, is lane 6, Colin Campbell, making a late charge in that second position. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. There's not enough real estate, but still a nice effort by Colin Campbell from Grand Canyon University. $100 to go for your leader, Woodby Kupski. And here comes the bell. Meantime, Andrew Lilly about to turn with 100 to go of his race. So he's going to go lower than his pre-seed time. Well, it'll be close. 15:53 is what he came in at. I think he's going to finish off that just a smidge. But here comes your winner of Heat 2 to the wall, Woodby Kupski. Hawaii Warriors, 15:44.63. Second place will go to Colin Campbell from Grand Canyon at 15:50.01. In comes third place. Indeed, 15:57.14 from Grand Canyon. That'd be Joe Stevenson. And here comes Andrew Lilly. Well done, Andrew. He's going to come in at 16:09.64, 28.33 on that last 50. So well done. And as they finish, next will be probably lane 8, as I'm guessing, based on pace. And indeed, Theo Johansson in there. Nope, sorry. It'll be lane 2 that is next in. Swimmer from Grand Canyon. We still have a couple to go here. Lane 1 hard to see, but there we go. Colson Lloyd from Cal State Bakersfield in 7th. And Theo Johansson from Seattle rounds out the top 8. And that is your late afternoon session for the mile. Again, we'll see you around 6 o'clock for tonight's last night of finals here at the Big West Championships from Houston, Texas.